Hello students, in this video we'll be having a look at some of the theorems of circles which would be very helpful for the students of class 8 and 9. So let's have a look. Firstly, we'll see what is a circle, how it looks like. This is what a circle looks like. The distance from the center to the circumference is called the radius and is represented by small r. Alright, the center to the circumference, the distance, is called the radius of the circle. It is generally represented by small letter r. Now, the thing we have to notice is that the distance from the center to the circumference on all parts is equal. For example, from center to the right hand side of the circumference, the distance is r. The same distance will also remain at the top of the circumference from the center, right? Now, area of the circle is calculated as pi times r square, that is pi into r into r. The perimeter means the length of the boundary. Alright, perimeter is 2 pi r. Perimeter of the circle is also called the circumference or the length of the circumference, right? It is 2 into pi into r. Now, this is a chord. A line segment whose both ends lie on the circumference of a circle is called a chord. See, now a chord divides the circle into two parts. Each of the parts is called a segment. See, like we can have two segments here. The smaller one is the minor segment, the bigger portion is the major segment. Like we can see, the line AB has divided the circle into two parts. Okay, the bigger part is called the major segment and the smaller part is called the minor segment. Alright. Now the curved portion, it is called an arc. Okay, the curved portion AB is an arc. Arc is a part of the circumference. Like the curved portion, the part of the boundary AB is called an arc. Now there are two arcs, AB the smaller one and AB the bigger one. So the smaller arc is called the minor arc and the major arc is the bigger arc. Like we can see in the diagram, the bigger curve AB is called the major arc AB and the smaller curve AB is called the minor arc AB. Next, the first theorem. The line joining the center of the circle to the midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. Let's see what it means. We have a circle with center O. This is our circle. We mark the center O. AB is a chord of the circle where M is the midpoint of AB. Okay, AB is the chord where M is the midpoint of AB. Alright. When we join the center O with the midpoint M, we have OM perpendicular to AB. If we connect the center of the circle, that is O, to the midpoint of the chord, that is M, then we have OM is perpendicular to AB, which means angle OMB is 90 degrees and also angle OMA is 90 degrees as shown in the diagram. So this is a very important theorem. And also the distance OM will be known as the distance of the chord from the center. Now let's see the next theorem. The chords that are equidistant from the center are of equal lengths. Suppose there are two chords and both of them are at the same distance from the center. So we can say that both of the chords of the circle are of equal lengths. Like we again have a circle with the center O. Two chords AB and CD are drawn. Here we have AB and CD. Okay, M is the midpoint of AB and N is the midpoint of CD. If AB is equal to CD, then the distance of both the chords from the center of the circle will also be equal as shown in the diagram. It's not N, it's in the diagram. See, if AB is equal to CD, then the length of the distance, or we can say the length of the perpendiculars drawn from the center to the chord, will be equal. Alright, OM will be equal to ON. We call it D, the distance of the chord from the center. Now we have a look at a simple question based on these two properties. Given that the length of the chord AB is 10 centimeter and it is 12 centimeters away from the center, find the radius of the circle. The length of the chord is 10 centimeter and the distance of the chord from the center is 12 centimeters. We need to find out the radius of the circle. See, we have a chord AB. M is the midpoint. The perpendicular distance from the center is 12 centimeters. Okay, and AM and MB are equal, 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Why? Because AB altogether was 10 centimeter. Since M is the midpoint, so M will divide AB into two equal halves of 5 centimeters. Now we have the distance of the chord from the center, which is OM. It is 12 centimeters. Now, as we can see, OAM, triangle OAM is a right angle triangle. Why? Because as we learned earlier, that the line joining the midpoint of the chord to the center of the circle is perpendicular to the chord. So we have angle OMA as 90 degrees. AM, length AM is equal to 5 because AM is half of the chord because M is the midpoint. And OA is the radius. We need to find out the length of the radius. We need to find out the length of OA. See, in triangle AOM, we have OA squared is equal to OM squared plus AM squared. This comes from the Pythagoras theorem. So OA squared will be 5 square plus 12 square. Now OA square will be 25 plus 144, which is 169. Thus OA will be the square root of 169, which is 13. Hence the radius of the circle is 13 centimeters. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Maths by GDS, and for more details on the complete video courses for CBSE and ICSE students, you can call, WhatsApp or email us at the following details.